third graders, it's Miss Deal here. I really miss all of you and I hope you're all safe and healthy. I'm spending time at home with my cats and I hope you're all having a good time with your families while we have this extended break. So this week I'm going to help you with some vocabulary words that will help you with the packet and with the 2 texts and your project you have to do. So we have 8 vocabulary words we're going to go over together, and these words should help you with all of your ELA work this week. Our first word is producer, en español productor. A producer is usually a plant that produces its own energy. It creates its energy. So plants create energy using photosynthesis from the sun, and that is how they are able to live. The next word is consumer, or en español consumidor. Consumers are plants and animals that eat other plants and animals for their energy. So a deer cannot get its energy from the sun. It has to eat grass and other plants in order to live. There are different types of consumers. A primary consumer eats plants, while a secondary consumer eats animals. The next word is decomposer, en español descomponedor. A decomposer is a plant or an animal or other type of living thing that breaks dead things down to create energy. So a worm is a decomposer because it breaks down dead plants and animals into soil and produces energy for plants to grow from the soil. So all of those things, producers, consumers, and decomposers, make up a food chain, or a cadena de comida. So in this example, the producer is grass, which gets its energy from the sun. A grasshopper is a consumer that eats the grass. A frog is a consumer that eats the grasshopper. A snake is a consumer that eats the frog. And a hawk is a consumer that eats the snake. The decomposer is fungi or mushrooms, and these are things that break down the hawk when it dies to create energy for new grass to grow. Most environments have more than one food chain, which creates what we call a food web, a red alimentaria. A food web is made up of lots of different producers, consumers, and decomposers that all work together in the environment. All of these things rely on each other to get energy and to live. Our next word is pollution, or in español, contaminación. Pollution is something that is in the environment that harms living things or is poisonous to living things. So a lot of times humans create pollution in gas or in smoke that goes into the air. There can be pollution in water when there's garbage or other things that's in water that isn't supposed to be there, or there can be pollution in soil. And all of this pollution affects the living things, the plants and animals in the environment. Our next word is pesticide or pesticida. Pesticides are chemicals that people use to kill animals or bugs or other things that they don't want on their crops. So people usually spray them on their farms so that bugs don't eat all of the crops. But as we read from our articles, pesticides can harm other living things that we weren't trying to harm. And our last vocabulary word is biodiversity, or biodiversidad. Biodiversity means that there are lots of different types of living things. So in this picture, there is biodiversity because there are lots of different types of plants and fish and turtles and different animals living in this area together. Biodiversity means that an area or an environment is healthy because all these different things are able to live together. Those are all of our vocabulary words for this week. I hope that was helpful for you, and I will see you all soon. Bye!